Yeah, I've got a lot to talk about today. I keep thinking of things to talk about. Hopefully I can aim this thing correctly. But, oh shoot. One thing I always forget to, it just dawned on me that I've never mentioned anything. Yeah, hold on a second. I've never mentioned the importance of tubes in these tube amps. I just bought my first Amperex Bugle Boy, and I put it in this 64 Super Reverb and V2, the first preamp stage in the vibrato channel. And I've tried everything from Muller, Tung-sol, all new old stock. That's all I've got in all these amps, and I spent a lot of money on these tubes. Sometimes I got lucky, sometimes I didn't get so lucky on eBay. This one I seem to get lucky. I just got looked like a piece of junk tube from some guy in Kansas, and it really sounds good. I wish I would have tried Amperex a long time ago, because I like it. I think is better than any tube. I've got original 70-25s that came out of a lot of these amps. Like the Basement had the original tubes in it. That one had 70-25 RCAs, so I've still got those. They sound great. That was my #1 choice for a long time, but that Amperex sounds really good. It's kind of hard to explain. It just has a real kind of a three-dimensional sound. I see what they mean by three-dimensional. It just seems to be kind of a bigger sound. It's really hard to explain. You have to. I don't know if you could actually hear it in a live situation, but it sounds great when you're in a room by yourself. Either way, I was gonna talk a little bit about tubes. I've got all RCA black plates and all of the 6L6 amps. I've got Tung-sol 5881s in the Basement and the Bandmaster Tweeds. And then the rest of them are either RCA, Mullers, Tung-sol, just all kinds of different long plate, short plate, black plate, gray plate. What else I got in there? Some of the slots like the vibrato, and some of them aren't that important. I think I still have good tubes in those slots because I didn't realize they weren't that important until I started doing some amp studying through Gerald Weber. Next time I'm going to get into, I bought all the caps to replace the caps in my Basement because it had been acting up. I'm not so sure if I need to do the Basement or the Bandmaster. I hate to touch any of them. But I'm going to learn how to do my own cap jobs. It's not that hard, but it can be complicated a little bit. And the good thing is some of these guys are willing to help. Apparently you can't buy the caps, the 600 volt caps that they used to use in these old amps, so you have to compromise by using two 350 volt caps and put them in series. I haven't done that yet, so I'm not really sure about that, but thought you could. This is the Amperex tube right here. Actually, that's both the Bandmaster and the Super Reverb. But I'm going to I just bought another Amperex. I like this one so much I found another one, a later 1970. It's not a Bugle Boy, but they say they're all the same, so I tried. It was $10 cheaper than the Bugle Boy. So I got an extra one for, I'm going to put it in the Vibreverb here and try it out. But it's always fun to experiment with tubes. They do make a big difference. The Vibreverb sounded really harsh to me when I first got it, and and I didn't like it that much. And then one day I decided to put a RCA 7025 in there, and it just really sounded 10 times better. So you have to play around with your tubes to get the right combination. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. And then I ended up with a lot of bad tubes. I did buy a bad Amperex Bugle Boy on eBay here just recently. The guy's supposedly going to replace it with an equivalent tube. But I stuck it in there and it sounded horrible. I mean, it sounded like my amp had blown up. So either way, tubes are important. Good luck finding them, but it is. I mean, you can spend. I've spent thousands of dollars on these dang things. I've got boxes of them up here. You can see I had to grade them because I was losing track of what I had. But I've got a whole box of power tube amps and a whole box of preamp tubes up there. It's good to have backup. I switch them in and out a lot just to play around. I've got a tube tester too, which helps a lot because you can get an idea which ones are the better tubes. But let's see.